Hey, how's it going today? It's Frankie here, and I got to say that was a good win and a good performance. I could just tell we were going to win today. I thought a few weeks ago Forest were going to do quite well here, but when I looked at the players, our players looked a lot more focused than the Forest players. The Forest players looked a bit nervous, they looked a bit anxious. I mean, they played up, don't get me wrong, they played quite well, especially the second half. I mean, they did deserve a goal or two, which they got 2 goals out of it. But yeah, and also Fernandes, equal record assist breaker, which I will get onto in a minute. Now, the first half is going to be pretty easy to explain. Second half, I might not explain it in chronological order, but I'm just going to get straight into it by breaking it down briefly. I'll try my best on that one. First half, we got the box quite quickly. You could say our goal drought was quickly over, because down there a lot of United fans are complaining, oh, we didn't score at Sunday, they did 0-0. Oh my God, no, what are we going to do? You would think we don't score in matches at all. But we made a great response by scoring within 6 minutes from Shaw. When does he start scoring? That's I think his first goal was 3 years ago or 4 years ago, something. I don't remember that. I thought he had more of I thought it was a bit more recent. No, a bit more longer than that, I thought. I remember the one at City he scored in that in 2020 or something. I can't quite remember what year it was. And there was a good finish in the bottom corner. But yeah, scores it. We looked very sharp, especially on the counter-attack. Fernandes had a tame shot. He also had another shot which over the bar. He wanted to get that assist. Don't get me wrong, he wanted it. Forrest had a chance too. Our keeper made a good save, which he usually does. He usually comes to rescue. We had a breakaway. And Buma was unlucky to not get a goal. That was one of his chances. He goes around the keeper after a good counter-attack, in off the post. He's so unlucky. I don't know if he had another moment in that half, but we looked quite sharp. Good pass and movement. I guess nothing much really did happen. Second half, we also started quite well, but then Forest has an equaliser, which goes into the back of the net, and I'm just like, of course, we always concede. Like, why couldn't we just have a defence like we did at Sunderland, where we score but don't concede? Like, we were always going to concede. They were always going to score, and it was a good header into the back of the net. Lamens couldn't really do anything about that, and then we had a quick response, and Buma was unlucky, but then it came off for us player. Then Cunha gets in from a good finish, and they said there's controversy behind that goal. Gary Neville, what is the matter with you, man? Did you forget the rules of football? Like, there's football fans going on about that. I know there's obviously Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, City fans obviously going to say we cheated, and there's something went our way which is not good. We paid the rest, blah blah blah. But I looked at it, right? I was on the phone to my friend, and my friend was going, it's definitely a handball, because I was watching the stream. Obviously, he watched it live, and when I looked at it, I was just like, it hit his, hit first, or whether his abdomen, wherever it hit, and then it went to arm. All of a sudden now, people are starting to forget that rule in football because it's us, right? That goal 100%. So well done, ref. I forgot the dude's name now, but well done, referee. I'll give you a clap for that. I know it's not a proper clap because I'm holding the microphone at the same time, but yeah, well done, ref. Why can't we have refs that are not wimps that go against VAR? Because I'm sure VAR was going to disallow that. Well done for looking at the screen. Well done for actually making the correct decision. That's 1 million, in fact 1 billion% the correct decision. It was accidental, 100%. And I'm pretty sure Shaw, I'm actually quite surprised it didn't get given back, because Shaw's goal, I think, hit him around here somewhere, if I remember correctly. But I don't think there was enough to rule that. I mean, that wasn't a handball anyway. I'm just giving a good example because it was close to hitting him there. And we're seeing goals get ruled out for something similar to that. But in Buma's one, no way they should disallow that. You know what? Why can't we have refs that have common sense? It's like with the West Ham Arsenal game, right? Where there was a foul before Raya even, before the ball even went to Raya. And the referee just didn't bother going against VAR. He didn't bother using his own head. Remember, even though VAR is the one checking, the referee still has to make the decision, and it's still his decision at the end of the day. And he could have pointed for a penalty in that game, but didn't. Right? Whether the penalty was going to be scored or not, that's not the point. But the point is, we finally have a referee with common sense. And yeah, he may have made bad decisions before. This is what I'm talking about. It would have been criminal for that goal to get disallowed because it was accidental. And to be fair, like, if it would have hit his arm first, fair enough, I would have understood. But you can't be disallowing goals for that. I mean, there was that. I remember it reminded me of that goal we got in the cup game against Middlesbrough. It ended 1-1 and they knocked us out. And he controlled it with his arm, hit his arm right there. It's like he was playing basketball. Didn't get disallowed. And I think VAR was in that game too. Didn't get disallowed. And yeah, it was just, but then that gets forgotten. These incidents against us gets forgotten. So you know what? We deserved to have that goal away. And to be fair, it should have gone our way, respectfully. And yeah, to be honest, we had more chances. We eventually made it, eventually got a third goal. And Bumo finally getting his goal after missing an early chance. Skies it over the bar, but he gets his goal. And Fernandes, the equaling record assist breaker, matches Henry and De Bruyne for like a whole season. He gets 20 now. Brilliant. 1 game to go. Carrick, please play him for the last game. It'll be so fitting for the last game of the season for him to get a record assist in a season. It'll be sensational. I hope he gets it. And it's a shame Casemiro didn't score today. I mean, he needs a yellow card, so he gets something to leave with. But yeah, it was such a shame. I wanted him to score today. I thought he would. Like a good header in, something at least. But it's a shame. I mean, he's been a great servant. I didn't know he's been with us for 4 years. I feel like he's been for 3 years, I thought. But yeah, probably the best thing that Tenor would ever done was get him in. I knew he was going to be a good player for us. I mean, not the best, but he said he did bits for us. So, respecting him for that one. We didn't get many set pieces in Bed Armband, but we didn't have to. It was eventually became entertaining. Forrest got one back straight after from a Gibbs White finish. It was a good finish, by the way, into the bottom corner. Lamins again couldn't move. They eventually had moments. We had to get blocks in too. Lamins didn't really have to do much else. They had shots that went wide. Dallo also hit the post for us as well. Dorgu went. It was a good pass. I think Fernandes could have had another assist. But we had breakaways. Dallo, he just can't finish. I know Bumo missed a few opportunities, but at least he can score. And you would fancy him too. I mean, maybe he would have probably hit the post as well, hit the keeper, but at least Bumo, you would have fancied probably more likely to score than Dallo. So unlucky. I mean, I feel like for me, he's not a goal scorer. I can see why he's a defender. I can really see why. I'm sure he's a defender as well, or left back or something. I'm pretty sure he is, or right back, or which one it is. Yeah, that's where he can't finish because of situations like that. It's an example. You also had Xerxes came and made a great impact. Unlucky to not score as well. There was blocks in. Dallo was superb running at players, getting crosses in. Really unlucky to not make it 4-2. But again, I would have probably taken 1 at the start of the game. Bear that in mind too, give us a lot of credit because this is a Forest team that have won at Tottenham, Chelsea and Liverpool and also drew at City. Bear that in mind. So give us a lot of credit. Yeah, they've had defeats. Yeah, they were in a relegation battle and they've had nothing else to play for because they're up. But give them credit. Just give us credit where credit's due. I mean, at least we managed to beat them at home. Forest have had quite a few good away results this season. So give us credit, but I also going to give credit for Forest scoring because they could have got a draw at this, which they were unlucky not to. But to be fair, a win is a win. Entertaining game. We're not sure of entertaining. And in the Premier League this season, when we scored first, we've never lost. And I was talking to my dad too. He was like, well, when they equalised, they were always, they could have won it, Not a chance. They were never going to win today. We always take the lead and we never lose in the league. And it's a shame, to be fair, that we're not, we aren't competing for the title because we do know how to score goals. We know how to score. That defence gets a little patched up next season. Bring in 2 defenders, I think. Probably make the midfield stronger, and if you finish with opportunities, God knows what next season will. God knows what would happen next season. I mean, we could be gone for the league. So I don't think so yet. We're not ready. If we're title contenders, we don't win the league, I might be satisfied with that. But for now, I mean, it's good to see us playing good football for a change. And I don't care about. I mean, I want our defense to be better because we need to keep clean sheets. We do need it. And the fact we only got like what 5 clean sheets or something this season is not good enough. Defense needs to be stronger. Yeah, I don't care if you concede goals, but don't concede in every game. We conceded 90% of our matches this season, which, to be fair, it feels like 90% anyway. I don't know what the percentages are. I'm not good at maths. You might help me out with that. Just comment what percentage of the games we conceded in this season, because it's quite a lot. And I think we conceded a heck of a lot of goals, so that needs to be fixed. And some of the results this season, this is what we're capable of doing. I said it, Amorim, the football though, like, you would think with the way Amorim talks, it would say it on the pitch. It's the opposite. It's like our players were bored of him. But when Carrick comes in, like, no pedigree, only pedigree as a player, comes in and he does this. Like, yeah, we've only had like 2 defeats this season, but my goodness, that's not as much as it was under Amorim. Jesus, Amorim felt like we were going to get beat. The football was terrible. There were some good results, yeah, but again, he wasn't showing enough as a manager. Carrick's already come in, and we just strolled into Champions League football. Like, and with Amorim, we would end up still fighting for it. We would end up probably being in like 6th place now, needing to get 5th place. That's where we would have been at. We might have got odd wins, yes, but it wouldn't have been like this. We stole through it. Brighton away, I don't care. I mean, I'd rather sacrifice that one if it meant that Chelsea doesn't get European football. And with Chelsea's new manager, they could be good next season. I'm telling you. That Xabi Alonso in. I was about to say Marcus Alonso. That's the other player, isn't it? That's a player that used to be for Chelsea, isn't it? I think that's the Alonso I'm thinking of. But yeah, Xabi Alonso coming in for Chelsea, that's a good employment for them. I can imagine that even Tottenham could improve as well. So yeah, I don't care about the last game now. When teams are nothing to play for, there's no feeling to it. You could only just be happy that your team's won or be sad that your team lost, but not overreact like some fans do out there. So yeah, the only thing I'd be happy with, even if we lose the game 2 or 3-1, I want Fernandes to get that record. Play him, Carrick. I hope he gets it. He might get 2 assists. Imagine him breaking the record but having a bit of daylight between like the other players that I've got. Imagine. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be a player that's gonna get beyond 20, but for now, I'm happy that he's got the assist. I'm really, especially equally with Henry as well. I was way too young to watch him play, but I've seen videos of him. I've seen what a quality player. I can say that for sure. And there's loads of good quality players back there before even I was born of football. But yeah, look, I mean, so happy he got it. I know I'm entitled to this video, 100%. But yeah, look, I think that I broke down the game very well. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But yeah, it's coming to the end of the season, ain't it? So that means a lot more movie reviews after next week. So, and TV show reviews too. So there's be a lot more of those coming in, considering that weekends will be weird about football. But you never know, the months will fly by. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification below. So I'll see you in my next video.